Welcome to Beyond the Shadows Recovery After the Abuse, your safe haven for healing and empowerment. I'm thrilled to have you here. My name is Sonia Morton, and as a life coach, entrepreneur, and domestic violence coach, I leverage my personal journey as a survivor of child abuse to guide you towards recovery and resilience. On this channel, you will discover valuable insights into recognizing various forms of domestic abuse, including emotional and physical abuse, gaslighting, love bombing, breadcrumbing, and narcissistic behaviors. We delve into the harmful tactics abusers use, such as benching and ghosting, to help you understand and navigate these complex dynamics. Let's take this journey together. Subscribe today and start your path to recovery. For more devotional and Bible scriptures, check out YouTube at Faith Forward 789.
Hello, Voices of Strength, and welcome to our channel, Beyond the Shadow Recovery After the Abuse. And you guys got to look over me today. It was a snowstorm today. I just was not trying to get dressed up. I wasn't trying to go out there in it. This is me today, no makeup, no nothing. It's just raw me. And I'm going to tell you about my raw story. Today, I'm going to be talking about the child abuse that I encountered coming up. I've been telling you guys that each show I would tell you guys a little bit about what happened to me during my child abuse. We will start there. Then we're going to talk a little bit about love bombing and narcissists. I'm going to let you guys see a video on narcissists. It'll take me forever to go through all of this stuff. So I did a quick video so you can learn about it. And so what I want you guys to do at the end of this video, I want you to comment about narcissists in your life. It could be your brother, your boyfriend, your husband, sister, brother, whoever, because it's all different types. The video will go over all the different types. So make sure you listen to the entire thing. This is going to be parts. So it's going to be like part one, part two. And when it get to the narcissist, I want you guys to really, really, really pay attention because it is important to identify these people. It's important to identify them if you're in a relationship and you can't understand quite what is going on. And after you listen to it, you'll be like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay? Or if you meet somebody, you can look at them, listen to them, and run fast. So there is help for them. Don't think that there's no help, but that narcissists have to want help. They're not going to change just because you want them to change. As a matter of fact, you're not even supposed to tell them that they're narcissists. You're not supposed to do that. It's a lot of stuff with the narcissist that you're not supposed to. I need you guys to really, really, really listen to the video. It took me a lot of time to make this video, so I want you guys to listen. And love bombing. Love bombing is something that the narcissists tend to do. They get you and they fall in love with you instantly, or they act like they fall in love with you instantly. They wine and dine you. They treat you really, 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 really good. It's like, okay, wow. And then all of a sudden it'll change and it's all about them. It's all about them. You have to satisfy them. You have to keep them happy. And if you don't keep them happy, then they're not going to act right. They're going to be mad. They're going to have tantrums. It is so much that go on with the narcissist. So you really, really, really need to pay attention to all the different types there are. And I'm sure you're going to identify a lot of them. So take notes when you listen to this. Take notes, write down a different type of narcissist, and then describe what you've been through, which one that you encountered. I encountered one. And I didn't realize it until I really started studying on everything that I'm teaching you. I didn't know. I did not know. But yeah, back in the day, I had one and it was all about him. As long as I was in love with him and ooh over him, and he was just a world to me. And I'm young. I'm very young. As long as I was like that, he was happy. But when I started maturing, I started saying, well, no. I mean, I had my own opinion. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to go there. Oh, then he would get angry. He's the center of attention. Okay, he's the center of attention. And when he couldn't get that attention, oh my goodness. Let me tell you one story real quick, and then I'm gonna get on to the abuse that I went through. This one story, we went to the arcade all the time. Like I said, I was young. We used to go to the arcade and play, play games and stuff. So I was at the arcade and I'm playing this video game, right? And I'm driving, I'm getting down. I'm driving and it keep going. Extended play, extended play, extended play. And so, I'm not paying attention. I'm just driving and driving, right? And then all of a sudden people start coming around me and coming around me. And I'm just going, I'm steady getting extended play, extended play. And so he walks up and he's looking at everybody giving me all this attention. I'm not paying attention to these people. It's not phasing me, not one bit, that all these people were standing around my little booth that I'm driving in. It's just I'm focusing on this extended play. I'm trying to keep going for my quarter. Okay, so it was a long time. I'm talking about a quarter, right? So I'm driving. I'm trying to get all I can get because I probably only had $5 worth of quarters. So I'm trying to just keep saving my money. Driving, I'm getting down, and it's steady going extended place. Everybody see the crowd, and they start coming over and stuff. I finally gave up, lost, or quit, or he was ready to go. I remember which one it was, but anyway, oh, he was so mad, and I didn't know what was wrong. So we get in the car. He don't have nothing to say, and I'm like, "What's wrong? Did you have a good time?" And he don't have nothing to say, and I couldn't understand it because at that time I didn't know what a narcissist was. I didn't know nothing about it. I am very young. I am very young, and he's older than me. Anyway, the next day he comes over and he gets me. We're going back to the arcade. I'm like, okay, cool. That's something we like doing. So we go back to the arcade. And we get in the arcade, and he gets in the car next to me, the booth with the car next to me. We're playing. I'm not racing him. I'm not looking at his thing. I'm looking for it because I'm playing. This is what I like. I like the driving games and I like the shooting games. That's what I like. I didn't care for Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, none of that stuff. Give me some asteroids, anything that I shoot at, I like, or anything that I drive. I'm sitting here and I'm driving, and all of a sudden it goes extended play, extended play, And so I'm just steady driving, right? And then all of a sudden again, the people start coming all around, and because it kept hollering, extended play, extended play. And then, like, if I do something, it'll go, oh yeah, cheer. It'd be like people cheering and stuff on the video. And so I'm just steady playing, and he's over there doing his thing. I ain't paying attention to him. Well, I guess he did not get the attention that he wanted, and it wasn't all about him. And it was all about me. I'm not caring about people standing over here. I'm caring about saving my quarter, getting my quarter as far as I could get my quarter to go. Man, we left out of there. He was mad, like I had really, 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 like I had really, really done something to him. Right? Hadn't done a thing. You know what? He never took me back to that arcade again. He was good at everything. He was one that liked to be praised because he was good at it. I mean, he was actually good at the things that he did. He was always a winner. Whatever went on in school, he won the contest. Whatever he did, he won. He always got that attention. He thought he was God's gift to the world, thought he was just so beautiful. You're going to learn all about that when you listen to it. And then you're going to think of some stuff, say you didn't know some of these things. And as you go through, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, that's so and so. Oh, so and so act like that. That's so and so. Then you have they are very sensitive. Let me see if I have that one here. The vulnerable type. They always mad at the world. You know them? They are mad at the world. They feel like everybody gets everything except for them. They don't get treated right. They feel like they're being left behind, and they're just never happy. They're always mad about something. They're sad all the time. They're resentful. They always act like they're victims. I know you know these people. Always acting like everybody gets more than them. Everybody gets more than their share, and I don't get enough. You see a lot of those. But I know you know one. Put it in the comment who you know. Don't say their name or anything like that. Just tell a little story and leave it at that. And then when we come back next week, we can discuss some of the stuff that's in the comments. I told you my little funny story. They like to manipulate you, gaslighting, and love bombing. Those are some of the things that they do. And they really want you to fall in love with them quickly so they can get you to that point where they can treat you any old kind of way, make you feel like you got to take care of them. And then if you do something, if you yell at them for something they did, they'll turn it back around and make it seem like it's you. And then you'll feel bad for saying whatever you said, or they'll do something to make you want to, or something like that. And then when you yell at them or whatever, then they be like, they just like, oh, you, it's all your fault. You did this, you did that, you made me. You're gonna, I'm telling you, when you listen to it, you're gonna find out a lot. A lot of your friends, a lot of your past boyfriends or past husband or cousins, family, you'll see all the different ones. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna really blow your mind. But like I said, it would take me too long to go through this whole folder of stuff that I have here. So I put it in a nice little video so you can see. So we're gonna get back to me. Okay, I told you guys that I was going to tell you a little bit about my child abuse. Now, my mother was the most beautiful this woman you ever wanted to see. She was gorgeous. She was light. She was very light, way lighter than me. She had long, beautiful hair. She was pencil line fine, Coke bottle shape. I mean, she was just it. She was everything. I mean, we couldn't walk down the street without somebody pulling over trying to give us a ride. But she was real. She was a really good mother in so many ways. But in so many ways, she was really a bad mother. But she was young. She had 4 kids by the age 23. If you really don't have yourself together, how can you get some kids together in your mind? You know, I think she had her first child at 14, 15, something like that. Her fourth child at 23, and that was me. I don't know if she felt like she lost her childhood or whatever, but she began to party. And I missed out. I'm glad I did, but I missed out on a lot of it. But I remember the parts when I was a little older. I can remember from kindergarten on up, pretty much. She is very protective. She is very protective. She did not, I mean, you could not touch her kids, say nothing to her kids or anything. She taught us not to disrespect people, adults. We couldn't cuss out no adult, or like they do nowadays. If an adult said something to us, we was to come home and tell her. We were not to say anything to them. If we disrespect them or said something to them, we would get a whooping. Okay, so we knew not to do that, but we knew that we could come home and tell our mother, and she wouldn't say, go sit down somewhere, stay out of grown folks' face, or she wouldn't say that. She need to go and see who said what or did what to her babies, because we were good. We were some good kids. She made sure of that. She made sure of that. She never had to go nowhere and slap us down in the store or anything. But she always had this way of talking to us in a manner that wasn't right. Like she would call us out of our names. If you moving too slow or something, she'd be like, "Come on, B, get your butt up here," and stuff like that. That part I didn't like. And so as I grew up, those girls who called each other bees and all that kind of stuff, I didn't play that. My name is Sonya. That's what you call me, Sonya, or you call me Tiny. Because that's my nickname, or Tiny. Either one. Princess. They call me Princess too. Call me any of those names, but don't call me out of my name. I did not like that because my mother did enough of that, and I was so embarrassed because I did never see any parents calling their kids out of their names. They called them by their names or their nicknames or something like that. I never heard another mother cuss at her kids, but it was just so normal to my mother, but it hurt me to my heart. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. So that's why I just never allowed no man, no woman, no young friends or anything. Hey, what's up, B? Not me. You talking to the wrong person? Get off my phone. I just didn't play that. She was a good mother. She was young. Some of the times while she was young and doing her partying and stuff, she gave us to my grandmother. And my grandmother took care of us. This is on my father's side. She took care of us and stuff. Then my mother would, get herself together and come back and get us, but she wasn't together. I guess my grandmother didn't have rights, so I don't know what it was, but she would always let her come get us when she wanted to. Sometimes she'd drop us off, don't come back for 2, 3 years. Sometimes she'll drop us off, come back 6 months, 3 months later. Someone in my family told me that it was not that long, and she never left us that long. But I can remember being in this grade and seeing her when I'm in this grade, different things like that. So I know some of the times that went past. My mom, she ended up drinking so much that she turned into an alcoholic. And when she was drunk, she was very abusive. It wasn't real bad at first, especially not for me. I was the baby, but for my two older ones, they would get it. And if my mother went on a rage or something, they would take a whooping for me and my brother. He's older than me, but we are the two younger ones. So she would get mad, and they would take the whoopings and stuff. And then later on, it got bad. But my older sister and brother, all my sisters and brothers except the one that's my age, they're all way older than us. So went on. They went on, they moved on and everything. And so it was just me and my brother at the house. I know I said on the first video that I was 13. I was not 13. I was not 13. When I was 13, that's when I left for good. I was 13. I believe I was 13 when I left home for good. I was I was 11. I was living on the west side. I was 11 years old. Now I can't remember if all this I know everything started at that age, but I don't remember what age I was when I started running away. And let's get to it. One day, me and my brother, we outside, we playing, we having a ball, right? We playing. And so I had to use the bathroom. So I told my brother, I said, I'm getting ready to run in the house to use the bathroom real quick. So I run up the stairs. I run all the way upstairs. And before I could get to the bathroom, something hooked my neck and slung me back. And my mother had me. And she was like, there was a way where, like the banister, but you can't see through it. It was there. And she snatched me back behind the banister. And she put her hand over my mouth like that. And she was like, who downstairs? And I said, ain't nobody downstairs. She was like, yes, it is. Listen, shut up. Who downstairs? And I'm like, nobody. And then she got my mouth muffled and everything. And she's just holding me there. And she's paranoid. And she's sitting in this corner. First time ever. This is the first time ever this has happened. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. And she's in back of me. I can't see her face. She's in back of me. So I'm like, just sitting there, and she's holding me there. So I'm saying to myself, I'll be glad when my brother come in. Maybe he can help me or do something. I just don't know what's going on. So she held me there. And my brother, it seemed like he stayed outside forever. But she held me there for a long time and just kept asking me, who's in the house? Who's in the house? You hear them, you hear them. And I'm like, I don't hear nobody, mama. Now I am extremely scared because she had never done this before. I don't know what's going on. Eventually, she had me go in my room and close my door. When my brother came in, I don't know what she did to him or what happened to him. So that's how it started off. The next time that happened, I think she woke me up out my sleep, and she had the wash machine hose, the hose that the water drained into the sink. She had that wash machine hose, and she was beating me with it, bam, 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 in my sleep. And I wake up and I'm screaming like, what? And she like, who in the house? Who in the house? Who you let in the house? And I'm like, nobody, mama, ain't nobody in the house. I'm screaming, little girl, I'm just screaming. She beating the stew out of me. Nobody, mama, nobody, mama. And so she finally stopped beating me. I don't know what made her stop beating me. She may have went and got after my brother or whatever, but she just tore into me. So night after night, she would do this. She would wake us up just beating us. So One day she was beating me so bad she wouldn't stop. Eventually, before she would normally stop. But this time she was beating me and I was screaming and I'm screaming enough that anybody should have called the police. Nobody called the police. I am screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming and and believe me, I believe in God. I believe my grandmother raised us believing in God. And I'm screaming and oh my God and all kind of stuff. And she will not stop beating me. You gonna tell me who be in this house, creeping around this house? Who is this? Who is that? She just going on. She won't stop beating me. So finally, I named one of her friends, and I said that he was in the house, so she would stop beating me. The next day my older brother had came over, because he come and he stay and then he go to his grandmother's house. But he was old enough to come and go as he pleased. So he'd stay sometime at his grandmother's house and then he would come back, over there. So my mother must have went off on him, and he asked me later that day, why did you tell mama that this man was in the house? And I was saying she wouldn't stop beating me. She wouldn't stop beating me. He said, well, you shouldn't have never said that. I said she would have killed me if I didn't say something. This went on day and night. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. It stopped. And then all this time that this stuff is going on, we can't go to school because she's paranoid. She's thinking people was in our house. She don't want us to open the door for nobody. Not my brother, not my sister, not nobody. Don't move. You stay right here. And she had us scared. One day my sister came over and she was like, open the door. I said, I can't. I said, mama told me don't open the door for nobody. She was like, girl, if you don't open this door. So anyway, I ended up opening the door for her and I didn't get beat to death for that. My mother, she was back to normal, buying us shoes, and she liked to get us our favorite cereal and different things and food. And we never went hungry. We always had clothes. We always had everything. It was just that she was on drugs and I didn't know that she was on drugs. I was used to her drinking, but when she drank, she just didn't out of the blue beat us. If we did something to make her mad or something like that, then maybe we'd get a whooping or something. But just to wake us up out of our sleep and start beating us, that wasn't her. It was normal. So we was back outside playing and happy and everything. Nobody looked at us strange. Nobody said we heard y'all screaming. Nobody, the next door neighbor. Now we in the projects, so it's somebody on each side of us, and then it's a project right in front of us. Those no good people just sat there and let her do whatever she wanted to do. Ain't nowhere in the world I would have heard a child scream that long and never done nothing. Every night, no. But they didn't. They didn't. And even one of them was my friend's mother, and she didn't do nothing. My mother protected her daughter one time, but that mother didn't protect me. But anyway, we were back at having fun and everything. And oh, I was supposed to be going according to the slides. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. She loved taking us to the carnival. She loved taking us shopping. She was always taking us shopping. And when we go shopping, she would always take us out somewhere where we'd have a hamburger. Most of the time, it was a bar. She would take us to the bar or somewhere like that. She'll have her beer. She would just have beer when she take us out. She would just have a frozen, the glass looked frozen, and she would have her beer, and we would be eating our French fries, and then they would have a bowling in the bar. And at this time, you could take kids in the bar. It wasn't no thing. So she would just give us money, and we would bowl. If she drank something other than beer, I don't know, we was playing. And then when she got finished, she'd say, come on, let's go. And then we'd go. We full, we didn't play, we didn't had a good time. We go back home and we play, we look at our clothes or whatever, and we have a normal life. She wasn't the one that cook all the time. She would cook sometimes she didn't, but she had everything in there we wanted. And we knew how to cook. Well, yeah, we knew how to cook. We had stuff that we could warm up, spaghettios, bologna sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, hamburgers, all kind of stuff. And my older brother, he knew how to make us apple pies and all kind of stuff, apple turnovers and different things like that. And where we lived, they had a lot of trees and different things. So we had all the fruit that we wanted. I don't want to ramble on. I just want to tell y'all some of the stuff that happened. I'm gonna tell you this part and then I'm gonna end it. Then next time I'll tell you a little more. One day we came in and we smelled this awful smell. We like, what is this smell? When we smelled that smell, and my mother, she was up in the room, her and her friends and everything, but the house smelled awful. Me and my brother, we just looked at each other. We did our normal, changed our school clothes, did our homework, and went outside. Excuse me. Then when we came back in, she was looking not like herself. She would look at me, and I did not see my mother. I did not see my mother. This person had black eyes like they was the devil. It was no blinking, no squinching, no facial expressions or anything like that. It was just a face like that. And all you
Narcissistic personality disorder, key characteristics and behaviors. Grandiosity. Narcissists often present themselves as more impressive or important than they truly are. This inflated self image leads to a sense of entitlement and the expectation of special treatment. Self centeredness. Their behavior is predominantly self focused, often disregarding the needs and feelings of others. This can result in manipulative interactions where the narcissist seeks to fulfill their own desires at the expense of others. Of lack of empathy. One notable feature of narcissism is a profound inability to empathize with others. This lack of empathy makes it difficult for them to form genuine connections or understand the emotions of those around them. Emotional instability. Narcissists are often never truly happy. They rely on external validation to maintain their self esteem and can become very unhappy if they feel that validation is lacking. Sensitivity to criticism. They are highly sensitive to criticism, often responding with anger or defensiveness. While they can dish out criticism, they are intolerant of receiving it themselves. Tantrums and anger. When they don't get their way, narcissists may throw tantrums or display aggressive behavior. Their inability to cope with frustration can lead to explosive reactions. Reactive abuse. In abusive relationships, narcissists may provoke their victims to react, subsequently portraying themselves as the victim. This can create confusion and make the actual victim feel guilty for their reactions. Manipulation. Narcissists may use various manipulation tactics to maintain control over their relationships and ensure that their needs are prioritized. Vulnerability. Narcissists often exhibit reserved and sensitive behaviors, feeling persecuted and believing everyone is out to get them. They may appear victimized and resentful. Passive aggressive behavior. They can be passive aggressive and easily threatened, often exhibiting selfish and dishonest traits. Envy. Narcissists may have feelings of envy towards others. Antisocial behavior. Some narcissists exhibit antisocial behavior, sadism, and paranoia. Insensitivity. They are often insensitive and lack empathy, which may lead to physical violence or intimidation. Communal narcissist traits. They require constant validation and admiration, not just from individuals, but also from the groups they belong to. Facade of altruism. They often present themselves as genuine humanitarians, claiming to save the world or help others. Anger and frustration. They become angry or upset when they do not receive the recognition or praise they believe they deserve for their efforts. Contradictory nature. While they may be viewed positively by the public or within their social circles, their behaviors at home can be dramatically different. They may create chaos and exhibit cruelty towards those closest to them. Narcissistic behaviors can be categorized into different types, each with distinct characteristics. Understanding these traits and behaviors can help in recognizing communal narcissism and its impact on relationships and social dynamics. Knowing these categories can help identify and address narcissistic behaviors in various contexts. Narcissus is a figure from Greek mythology who is best known for his extraordinary beauty and the tragic story that surrounds him. He was renowned for his stunning looks, attracting the admiration of many. Narcissus came across a pool of water. When he leaned down to drink, he saw his own reflection and fell hopelessly in love with it, not realizing it was just an image. He became entranced, unable to leave the beauty he saw. The story of Narcissus has had a lasting impact on literature and psychology, giving rise to the term narcissism, which describes self centeredness and an inflated sense of one's own importance.